everyone, you're watching the Player Review Team channel. Today, we're putting the humble Pedri SBC for 150,000 coins head-to-head with the not-so-humble Matthäus, whom you can only get through blood, sweat, and tears. Who's better, and is it worth grinding the new cup for the German? We'll break it down right now. Plus, we'll share thoughts on another modest SBC costing 200k coins. It's going to be fast-paced and informative, so stick around. We didn't overthink it and simply used help from our booster to quickly get Matthäus on the account. Let's say it right away, we recommend Anchor for Pedri and either Basic or Engine for Lothar Matthäus. The two guys have nearly identical playstyles and are great fits for the box-to-box role, deep-lying playmaker, or even a holding CDM. That's why we decided to compare them. Now let's jump into gameplay. First of all, both the German and the Spaniard have good pace, with and without the ball, meaning they perform just fine even without lengthy acceleration. Another nice bonus is a solid speed boost, helped by quick step and rapid. Maybe not the most important trait for a central midfielder, but still useful as it allows solo attacks to build momentum. That said, Pedri is better when it comes to progressing the ball. First, he has 5-star skills. Second, he's more agile at pace. This is thanks to his technical ability and just general movement on the ball. Most importantly, Pedri outshines the German on left stick dribbling. He's much closer to Vitinha when it comes to ball control. Just look at how fast his animations change. Matthäus, on the other hand, feels more like Essien or even someone more basic. You only get high responsiveness with top gameplay conditions, and even Engine isn't a miracle solution. Naturally, we got interested in adding Pedri to our squad once we felt his left stick movement. Too bad he doesn't have finishing or a cam position. Well, not quite. Pedri doesn't have shooting playstyles, that's true, but when he's in the box, he can finish from any angle just fine based on his stats. Matthäus, on his side, has power shot. Not the most relevant trait right now, but still effective just outside the box, as long as you get the shot off. Still, a better way to use him now is to make him part of the attack, either with a long ball or an incisive pass and then go for a one-touch finish so your opponent can't react. At the same time, low-driven shot is always better, so Vitinha actually beats them both. But in the box, Matthäus' stats, just like Pedri's, allow for goals even with finesse shots. Going back to Pedri, he's much sturdier than Vitinha. He holds his ground better and wins more physical duels. Of course, the same can be said for Matthäus. Also, take a look at how fast his animation switches after a tackle. The German quickly controls the ball and plays the pass. He also comes with intercept and, of course, anticipate. The intercept is great as expected, but strangely, anticipate didn't trigger often. In fact, it's weird that after 10+ matches we never saw anticipate activate visually on Matthäus. With Pedri, it was the opposite. His anticipate triggered in nearly every match. We realized he's just more active and aggressive. Every time the ball was lost, Pedri jumped back into the play and often won it back himself without our help. It was very noticeable. Same goes for interceptions. First, they're on par with Matthäus. Second, they're more aggressive and even more automatic. You see it in the way he lunges wide and fast. Not always clean, like in this clip, but the ball still ends up with Pedri. He even challenges for aerial balls, like in this moment. But here's the interesting part. Watch how the game slightly nudges Pedri towards the ball. It's subtle, but he actually accelerates toward it on his own. So yeah, in defense, Pedri actually impressed us more than Matthäus, and the same goes for his genius passing. That makes our choice obvious. Simply put, we won't recommend sweating for Matthäus, and we definitely won't try to sell you on getting his card boosted. Just go for Pedri if you liked Vitinha but want someone more solid defensively. Overall, yes, Pedri can easily replace Vitinha. His left stick and passing are just as good, but he does lack low-driven shot, so it's still better not to involve him in the attack too often. Of course, you can run Pedri and Vitinha together, but ideally in a midfield 3 with a CDM like Gullit. So yeah, we didn't really enjoy Matthäus. Honestly, we haven't liked his cards much this year. Maybe he's just not our type. Still, expectations were high with this new version, especially considering how grindy the new tournament is. That said, if you don't end up packing him, don't feel bad. Go build Pedri if you're looking to upgrade your midfield. Reminder, full ratings for both players will be posted tomorrow on our Twitter. Now, a quick word on the Zambrotta SBC. First, we liked his initial burst thanks to quick step and his pace with lengthy. By the way, we recommend the backbone chemistry style for this card. Anyway, his pace and interceptions are solid, and his left stick felt nice too. But compared to last year, the Italian was more aggressive and stronger back then. Now he lacks body mass and, weirdly, aggression. Even though on paper, things look fine. His tackles don't feel solid, he gets bullied from behind too easily. Even press proven doesn't always help. That's why you'll need to manually activate that playstyle by holding L2, so you don't get shoved off right after winning the ball. He has slide tackles, but unlike Stams, Zambrottas are sometimes clunky. That's more on the devs than the player though. On the bright side, he has good speed boost, pace and passing. But if we're comparing, Maicon is more exciting. He's quicker, stronger and more aggressive in tackles. Sure, Zambrotta is cheaper, but honestly, we'd rather save our fodder for Maicon. There's also another option. Right now, you can get picks with past SBC players in the objectives. One of them includes our favorite, and you'll be able to evolve him in a cool current or future evolution. Because Dumfries is one of the best cards in the game, at least in our opinion. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments. We'll do our best to respond quickly. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more great reviews. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next videos.